Comrades, 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 good night. Today, I was supposed to address the nation, or I addressed the nation, and somebody say that I call in elections. Flambeau vin foufou. Si ou wè flambeau a sou WhatsApp, si ou wè flambeau a sou iPhone, si ou wè flambeau, he calling elections, he calling elections. Every day you say, call it, call it. Every day, you all over the place, making a lot of noise. Call it, call it. You know it's me calling it. You know it's me. You can't call it. The people of St. Lucia tell you, you cannot call it. It's I calling it. So when I decide to address the nation, you getting mad. Tanto. The day is coming soon. All your talk, all your threats, all your promises to do Hilaire and me and Richard and everybody, the time is coming when you will have to face the people and you'll have to account to the people of St. Lucia for what you did when you were in power for 5.5 years. They want you to forget they were in power for 5.5 years. They want you to forget that. But we will remind them. Today, comrades, on the 20th of February, we will put in the economy of St. Lucia over $75 million. And I want you to ask the United Workers' Party, can they ever beat that? Look at our record. Look at our record. Look at our record in government. Look at what we have done in this country from July 2021 to now. Look at the record. Just look at the record. And compare that record to what they did when they were there for 5.5 years. They left us with debt. They owed civil servants. They could not pay civil servants and police. They could not pay them the back pay that they owed them when they left office in 2021. And I, with the help of the cabinet of ministers, we paid them the back pay that the United Workers' Party could not pay them. Challenge that. Say it loud. Challenge that. Challenge it. You could not pay the back pay. And now, for the first time in St. Lucia's history, we had negotiations with all the unions, and there was no problems. There was no controversy. We sat like men and women, in fact the GNT sat, and with honesty and with trust, we said the economic situation in the country, and we decided, the unions and the GNT, that under circumstances, we could give civil servants one of the best packages, including wages, that have been given to the country in recent times. Because we respect civil servants. We respect them. And now, the United Workers' Party, they've gone on a track of attacking health services in St. Lucia. You know who they're attacking? Jeremiah, not a doctor. Jeremiah is a police. Hilaire, not a doctor. Hilaire is a political scientist. Me, I'm far from being a doctor. He like a doctor too, you know, and Virginia. Me a doctor, but a doctor can buy good pilling. So, they're on a rampage attacking the health service. Can Jeremiah Norbert send anybody for medical attention abroad? Pas docteur qui a voyé moun where docteur a lot pay. Ou quoi Jeremiah ça dit moun you sick go overseas to a doctor. But when they attack the health services, you know who they're attacking? They're attacking the nurses, they're attacking the doctors, they're attacking the community health aides, and they're attacking these health workers who work so hard for the benefit of the people of St. Lucia. That is who they are attacking, not me. Not me. They want to use me as proxy, not me. When they say they have no confidence in the health service in St. Lucia, they are saying they have no confidence in the nurses and the doctors. But I'll tell you what, the nurses and the doctors are not perfect. But I and the cabinet, we have confidence in the nurses and doctors in St. Lucia for the hard work that they do in the health services. So don't play you attacking me or attacking the cabinet of health services. Then you go and you lie. You say that you send Jeremiah, you give money. I'll tell you something. Anytime you catch the United Workers' Party on a lie, they come back with another lie. Anytime you catch them. So now, it is not Jeremiah they give money, it's they open the airport for him. So you are giving money, you open the airport. Last week, you give money. Pierre. They can never identify a lie that they say I ever said. Never. So, we gave Jeremiah money. Now Jeremiah come and say, you are giving no money. So we didn't give Jeremiah money. We approved to open the airport for him. We saw a pilot. But that's what they do. I heard one of them reading impact report as if impact report is something new. You were in government. You created impacts. The impacts people came back. You did nothing about it, but you're blaming me. How are you blaming me? Why didn't you do something on impacts when you were in government? Why didn't you do something? In fact, what you said is, I just met the U.S. ambassador, and I've solved impact. So you had lie. You said you solved impacts. Now you say I have to solve it. So you go like a hypocrite and you read something on the papers about impact. I'll tell you something. There is nothing the United Workers' Party can say or do that we on this side cannot challenge and prove that we are better than them on the line. Anything. Let's talk about anything. Let's talk about the economy. Let's talk about agriculture. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about health. Let's talk about anything. And I'll tell you something. I've told you before that I'm happy. I've told you before that I love you. I've told you before that I smile. I've told you before that in the next general elections, we'll win all 17 seats. And that is why they are spreading that hatred. That's why they are vexed. That's why they hate me. That's why they hate us. There have a few of them in my constituency walking all over the place. They have a book in their hand. What's your name? Tick. What's your name? Tick. What's your name? Tick. I tell the people in my constituency, anytime they ask them, what's the name? Say, yes, Tick. Because they've been doing that now from 1997. The same group of them. The same group. Walking all over the place. What's your name? Tick. You know what? You know what? Last election, I won by 2,000 odd votes. You see, they gave me vexed now. They gave me vexed now. They gave me vexed now. Now you see, don't get me vexed. Now I don't get vexed. But this election, when they finish with all the ticks, we are going, now listen to me, Hilaire and I have a competition. Hilaire believes that he can get more votes than me. Last election, I beat him. Election before, I beat him. But this time, he said he beaten me. So I'll tell you something. I will win by 3,000 votes. So for Hilaire to beat me, he must win by 3,001. So I'll tell you something. This election, we have to teach these guys a lesson. We have to make sure that all of them who insulted the people of St. Lucia, who said to the people of St. Lucia, I just start to make you cry, who called the people of St. Lucia dogs and pigs and all kinds of names, we have to teach them a lesson. We have to secure the victory. We have to secure the victory. Because we cannot allow this country to go back where it was a few years ago. We cannot allow it. We can't allow it. So right now, we have decided to work with the unions to improve the working conditions for the people of St. Lucia. They are trying to create problems some other place. But me, I, and the cabinet, if they think they will ever get me to look for trouble with people who serve this country, if they think that I will create any situation where the people of this country cannot get the security that they need, let them think again. Think again. Because we have increased the police force by 79 people this January. As we speak, we are recruiting another 80 new police officers. Last week, 40 special constables were initiated into the Royal St. Lucia Police Force last week. So that means in the last 2 months, 190 new officers joined the ranks of the St. Lucia Police Force. Because we believe in the security of the people of St. Lucia. And I challenge any one of them, any United August Party, to say which government has done more for the men and women of the St. Lucia, Royal St. Lucia Police Force. I challenge them. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Tell me what you've done. What you did for the police, apart from having dinners and balls. Now listen to me. Who serve mud flamboyant? A ball is a dance. Because you know already. Apart from having dinners and balls, you have done nothing. You left the police in Grosley, in a station that you should have built from 2016. You did not build it. You said you would have built it. I went to Grosley and I promised the police. But you know, some of them who were supposed to be in Grosley wasn't there. So probably they did not hear. Because I promised the police that I would build new headquarters for them. And as we speak, the most modern police headquarters in the region is being built. Tell them to beat that. Beat that. They left the people in Beaufort. Instead of repairing the people police station, they left them out, put them somewhere, and left them. We came into government, and we started the reconstruction of that police station. And now, they say there are a few issues. We have completed these issues. And by March, the police in Beaufort will be in spanking new quarters. Tell them to beat that. Beat it. Police vehicles. Let us count the number of police vehicles we have given to the police since 2021. Beat that. Count it. Let's count. Let's do a check. Let's see what you did and what I did. Look at police equipment. Look at police training. We gave the police for the first time about 50 new motorcycles. And I hope those are the accidents. I hope they are getting better. 50 new motorcycles. We gave them all types of new equipment. We gave them scanners. We gave them jet skis. And right now, we are going to be ordering for every policeman in this country a bulletproof vest and a belt. For every policeman in this country, tell them to beat that. Beat it. Beat that. So my brothers and my sisters, I want to tell you, we are concerned more than them, than they ever cared about the welfare of the police and citizen security in this country. Having said so, I want to express my deepest condolences on the tragic death of the young lady in Corinth. And I want you to observe a minute's silence for her. Thank you. But it is very unfair. It is very unfair for UWP politicians to be using the poor lady's tragic death for political gain. They laugh. They almost rejoice. They almost rejoice when somebody unfortunately loses their life because of the reckless act of some uncaring person. Instead of joining with the government, instead of expressing condolences to the family, instead of saying that we must get together, instead of saying that if it's a crime, we must report it, what they do, they play politics with that. They seek to get political gain when somebody tragically loses their life. But we're not in that. We are not in that. Our job is to give the police all the resources that we possibly can under the circumstances. That's our job. And we will continue to give the police the resources and let them play the politics in opposition, because that is where they will remain in opposition for a long, long time. So, my sisters and my brothers, I want to be able to ask questions. But before I go, I want to tell you, this election, the United Workers' Party have reached a level of desperation never heard or seen before in solution politics. There has never been a party that is so desperate, that is so consumed with the fact that the people of St. Lucia rejected them, that they will say anything. They say anything. They do anything. You heard one of them saying to people, talk about victimization. Take the names of the police so we can handle them when we get into power. I ever said so? Have you heard any member of my party ever said that? Have you heard any member of our party openly decide that they're going to victimize people? And you heard them. Oh, Pierre crying, he just started to cry. You're in opposition. You saying that, much less when you get into power. If you threatening people like that in opposition, you're all over the place, annoyed, angry, calling people to do violence because the people rejected you. But, comrades, stay focused. Stay focused. As for me and my cabinet, we are focused. Many things are going to be happening between now and when? Fair governor go. These are connect. We come in. Many things are going to be happening. You're going to see many things happening between now and then. But stay focused. Do not allow the United Workers' Party to make you angry. Do not listen or spread the lies or propaganda. A few weeks ago, they were on Martinez, a plane come and take Hilaire and me, FBI being a plane. And I said, I see that way. Gone to New York, come back with evidence. Pierre this, Hilaire this, Pierre. At Trelmont, it's not Martinez again, it's the Justice Department. They finish it. Done. Martinez done. Now it's Justice Department. So anytime you catch them lying, they say another lie. Anytime you hear them, oh, we had health insurance. No poko where your papier qui dit rien about health insurance. Not one piece of paper. You would have do health insurance. Where's the documents? Every time they would have done something. Every time the plane coming empty. I met a prime minister last week. He said to me, but where you get from? How you mean the man say that his hotel empty and you tell him close his? But it's simple. If tourism doing so bad and the plane's coming empty and the hotel's in trouble, close yours. So come back and say that you have closed yours because, why you have closed yours? Stupid is stupid. Because these guys say these things all over the place. They lie. They pretend they are big things. They know finance. You wreck an economy. You gave us an economy with a primary deficit. You wreck it. When you hear the estimate, we don't only have a current surplus, we have a primary surplus because of the management of the Lucia Labour Party. Beat that. Let the facts speak. Talk figures. Bring your figures. Say what you did. Compare your economy. I'm going to compare my management of the economy with yours. I'll compare it before COVID and after COVID. Hilaire will talk about the investment on the Ministry of Tourism before and now. Beat that. Beat it with facts. You heard Virginia, what she's done in Babonneau. Now I understand that there are many contending candidates in Babonneau. You lie? But, I call him nobody name. I am not calling anybody's name. Nobody's name. Because all I want to see is anytime you put your leg into the political arena, you must be ready to accept what politics gives. That's all. So if you decide that you want to leave your job, come into politics. Do not expect that they will say, you are a new kid in town, you are Blessed Virgin Mary's son, and you get there. Because once you join the United Workers' Party, we say, mem bet, mem well. You cannot join a party of the people I see there. Never. Once you join that, you're just like them. You cannot say you're different if you join them. So they're trying to create confusion and say, we have this and that. So I said to Monday, tell them we have 3 candidates want to run every seat. 3 fellas want to run against me. 4 against Hillel. 3 of them want to run against me. So confusion. You know? 3 of them, you know. So that's what? Confusion. That's confusion. There are 3 fellas want to run against me. They want me out, so 3 fellas want to run against me. So my sisters and my brothers, now it's question time. I want you to understand that we are in government to serve you. We're not in government for ourselves. We're not in government because we hate anybody. We're not in government because we want to prove anything to our Father. We're in government because we want to serve you. And all the policies of this government. Because when we decide that on Friday we'll have nearly $80 million in the economy, that money is for you to spend on yourself and your families. Because we understand what working families go through. We understand inflation. We are trying our best to reduce the cost of living. We are trying our best to ensure that your dollar stretches. That is why we decided that we would give a 13% pay increase to civil servants because they deserve it. They had predicted that our economy would wreck. You heard them say that Pierre say that he can't borrow no money. They said so. You heard them say that civil servants would not get their salary because we would mismanage the economy. You heard them say we would not be able to pay our debt. Not only we are doing better than them, we are producing more than them, and the people are happier than when they were there. So my sister, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to tell Virginia that she must continue doing the work in Babonneau. Continue. Because in this election, I want us to win every seat. Not because I don't want democracy. There is natural democracy. But what these guys are doing is not democracy, it's hatred. What they're doing is not trying to improve the country, but it's trying to victimize people. What they're doing is not trying to make life better for you, but trying to make life worse for you because they attack the health services. What they are doing is not trying to save St. Lucia, but they're trying to encourage criminals to break the law because they want to get political points to say, under us, X amount of people suffered and died. That's what they're doing. They're not saying, they're counting. You heard one of them. Next year, there'll be 100 murders. You think that's what you can say if you want to run this country? You think that's what you want to say if you want to run this country? And remember, one of them said, we want to run the country like a business. You know who said that? I call the boy name. The last person who said that, look at what they're doing, running the country like a business. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions? Can we have them, please?